welcome back to another video, and today we are back in the tiny little kitchen. It's been a while since we've been here. Today I need to clean my kitchen appliances. Actually, this whole video is particularly in response to this comment. Last time when I was cleaning my kitchen appliances, I didn't show how I clean the air fryer, and that's what I want to take care of today. It is looking ghastly, like when you will see what it looks like, forgive me in advance. But yeah, I want to clean the air fryer, I want to clean the washing machine and the microwave, and the oven as well also needs some work done. So I will just do all of them together, but particularly the air fryer is the one of the biggest concern. It is the mule of the kitchen, so it needs to be cleaned. But before we get into that, let me gather my army of cleaning supplies. So this is everything that I'm going to use. Of course, I will explain how each product applies to which device. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. I forgot the white vinegar. I'm starting off with the washing machine because I need to run 2 cycles on it, and it will take a lot of time. 1 cycle with baking soda and 1 cycle with vinegar. So I just took out the detergent tray to wash that first. This washing machine is a replacement to the one that we had previously, and it is a used machine because the building actually provides these appliances. So when the other one was not working, I think they got this one from an empty apartment or something like that, and that's why it needed to be cleaned, because it was really grimy. Now coming to the washing machine itself, I just used the dishwashing liquid detergent to clean out the place where the detergent tray is supposed to be, and I had underestimated how dirty it was. I really had to dig in there. I eventually had to switch to a sponge so I could get into all the nooks and crannies, because I really wanted to get all that grime off. I thought about asking for a different machine, but the processes in this place will just take forever, so we have to work with what we have. I also cleaned out the rubber seal. Now this is one place that you would never notice how messy it is, but if you don't clean it out, like, the dirt and the mold will just accumulate in this place, and then when you take your clothes out, they have a funky smell. I don't know what this part of the washing machine is called because it's not the drain, but somehow you have to clean this part too. So I just opened it and let out the water that had accumulated there, and it was stinking. It stunk. So I let out all the water from this part, and then I scrubbed it and I washed the cover and then put it back together. So to clean the drum itself, I use baking soda. So I will be running one cycle with 1 cup of baking soda and then another cycle with 1 cup of vinegar. And you need to run this on the highest temperature possible on your washing machine. And as well, for a long cycle, should be ideally 1 hour according to what I researched on the internet. But I ran each cycle for about 45 minutes and the results are in the pudding. Like, it was looking so much better than it was before. Now coming to the air fryer, and just breathe, relax. I'm going to clean it. So I had cooked some burger patties and you can see things are looking messy. So for the air fryer insert, I just soaked it in hot water and liquid detergent. For the longest time, I have just been cleaning the air fryer insert itself, like this part you're looking at. That I found out that you're supposed to clean the air fryer coil as well. Hey, I did not know. This air fryer is old, by the way. It's almost like 4 years old, so you can imagine how much grime there was on the air fryer coil. So they said you need to turn the air fryer upside down and then spray the coil with your cleaning product and let it sit for a while. And that is exactly what I did. Let me just give a moment of silence to how the coil was looking. So this is what it looks like inside. This is the top part where the coil and the fan is. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, what can I say? So if your air fryer is not as bad as this, you can use vinegar and water, but I ended up using Jif cream because I wanted, a bit of strong chemicals. I mixed that with the water and then I sprayed that all over the coil and the fan, and then I let that sit for a while before I can come in and start scrubbing.
Sometimes when I find you wanna keep yourself from me, when I don't have the strength, I'm just a mirror of what I see. You are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. If you ever feel the need to wonder why, let me know. Let me
So after a few minutes, I came back to the air fryer, and let me just say, I tried everything. I tried wiping, I tried scrubbing. I just tried to get rid of as much of the grime as I could, and I did my best. I wish I could be able to just dismantle it and clean it and then put it back together, but I'm not a technician like that though. So after trying to wipe, it was not looking like it was fruitful. I came in with a scrubber, I scrubbed it a bit. I actually had to throw away this microfiber cloths because after this work they were just done for. I'm just thinking, if I had been doing this from the beginning, maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't have been as kicked on as it is. So lesson to you, don't be like me. If you have an air fryer, or if you just bought one, if you want to keep it looking new and neat and clean, make sure that you keep on cleaning this part, like from the very beginning. Like I said before, you can just use vinegar, because vinegar really works well to get rid of grime and doesn't leave like any chemical smells or residue. So you can just spray that with vinegar and it will help to get rid of the oil and the grease. But if you let it stay, look at this. What is this? What is this really? So after all the scrubbing and wiping, I came back and sprayed the coil and the fan with just plain water, clean water, so I can be able to get rid of the jiff residue. And I turned it over to let everything drip down, and then I wiped it again. And this is the best I could come up with. This is the before and the after. Not much better off, but at least I tried. And once I was done with all of that, I just wiped like every single part that I could see that was damp or wet. I wiped down the air fryer inserts as well. And don't worry about this process much, because the air fryer works just fine after. Like, you would think maybe the water or something would ruin the components. No, it's really waterproof, so it was working just fine after. Coming over to the microwave, only one product is required, that is white vinegar. So I just added 1 part of water and 1 part of vinegar, and then I put that in the microwave for 10 minutes. And then once it was done, I could be able to wipe down the inside of the microwave. Vinegar gets rid of food odors, and also the steam makes it easier to wipe down the microwave. The food cover and the microwave tray, I just wash those with the regular dishwashing detergent.
Baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. Hello, stranger. Babe's been waiting. Just as I recall that ass is still amazing. Playing back, saying baby, you love it, shit, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and put a drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Yeah, it's taking that off for me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't make me wait, no, don't you? Just say you will.
So coming to the cooking area, I wanted to clean the kitchen hood and the cooker itself. So first I prepared a mixture of baking soda and dishwashing liquid, and I'll be using this to soak the hood filters, which pretty easily come off. So those ones usually trap a lot of grease in them. So I just dip them in the mixture and let them sit for a while to get rid of the grease. And to make things easier, I also dropped all the cooktop knobs and bits inside the same mixture, so I get those out of the way as I clean the cooker. The cooker and the oven itself were not that dirty. Usually I do a quick wipe after preparing meals. However, my concern was this oven door glass. Like, I noticed there's some stains, like dots on it, which never come off when I just do the regular cleaning. So I took that off, and also the glass, you know, it's a double glass, so in between also there was some stains which were like just annoying. So I took those off, and then I made a mixture of the baking soda and the liquid detergent, and then I just mixed that into a paste and applied it all over the glass and let that sit for a while, so I could be able to try and get rid of those grease marks. I don't know what they are, what I can call it. Like, it's grease marks, of course, from whenever you're taking something out of the oven, but it was not coming off just from regular wiping, so I know it needed a bit of a scrub. And if you haven't noticed, Captain Sally there coming to do a quick inspection of the work, but he didn't like the floor was wet, so he ran away. Inside the oven, I just sprayed it with the degreaser and wiped it down. So one wipe with the degreaser, and then coming back with a damp cloth to rinse off and clean off the degreaser residue. This baking soda and liquid soap mixture worked like magic. I was able to just easily scrub all of the spots off the glass. For the cooktop itself, I use the trusty Shad Dazzle product. This cleaner, I like using it just because of the chrome polish finish you get when you use it on the cooktop or any steel surfaces. After all the greasy work, I had to get rid of most of the microfiber cloths. So for the kitchen towels, those ones I would still love to keep. So I soaked them in detergent and bleach. This is bleach and detergent, and then I just let them soak for a couple of hours, and I came back to wash them later. But for now, I am done with this kitchen. So that's all I am cleaning for now. I am very tired, so I'll stop there. Next time maybe it will be the fridge and the other stuff that is around here, but this air fryer, my goodness, I'll probably have to get it dismantled and then cleaned properly and then put back together again, because the tips that they were mentioning were for people who've been cleaning the coil since they got the air fryer, but me personally, I was not aware. Thank you so much for watching up until the end. And like, comment, subscribe, all that nice stuff, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.